Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Please, if this is your first time here, please, you're welcome, but please make sure you subscribe before you go. Thank you so much. So the last update about Jodha and AKBAR was how Jalal and Sujamal engaged in a fight, and at the end of the day, Sujamal saved Jalal by taking arrow that Sharafuddin shot at Jalal, and from there Sujamal tells Jalal the whole truth, that Jodah was only trying to save Jalal, and he also came to Agra and pretended like a maid in order to figure out who was plotting against Jalal. And Jalal realized his mistake and he went back to the palace, and he saw Jodah at the palace and he was happy that Jodah has now gone, and they exchanged some moment of love and emotion. So that was the last update. Please, let's continue from there. Jodah kissed Jalal's hand, and Jalal says that Jodah always put medicine on his wounds, but he hurt Jodah today, so Jodah should please forgive him. And Jodah says that there's no need for that because Jalal only said everything in anger, and they hug each other, but unfortunately, everything turns out to be Jalal's imagination. And Jalal says that he hopes that Jodah would understand him. And Jalal comes inside and sees Kana missing, that is Jodah's god. Moti comes there and Jalal asks Moti about Jodah, and Moti says that Jodah had left the palace, and Jalal sits with sadness. Moti says that Jodah gave her letter for Jalal, and Jodah asks her to read the letter to Jalal, and Moti reads the letter, which says, "Dear Jalal, I was skeptical to write this letter, but then I thought to tell you this, and it is only Moti that can read the letter to you. I am not going because you are angry with me, but I decided to go because you asked me to go, and you are a king, and you are also my husband, so I had to leave. I am taking my Kana, that is my God, with me without taking permission from you, and I am sorry for that." And a flashback was shown when Jodah was saying sorry to Kana for changing his place, and she takes the Kana and leaves the letter in her room. Moti continued reading the letter that yesterday, you were very angry with me, but you also had doubt on my character, and I did not say a word to you. I am not angry with you, but I am hurt that I couldn't make place in your heart because you did not trust me. I wish to tell you the truth, but I thought that what would be the need because you will not trust me anyways. I would have never married you if I was in love with someone else, and I could have died rather than marrying you and leaving the person I truly love. And it is true that I did not love you at the first time of our marriage, but I wasn't in love with someone else then until now that love has started to blossom between us. Jodah's letter continues that, I believe that if you had looked into my eyes, then you would have seen the truth, but in anger, you pushed me towards yourself, but you still couldn't read the truth in my eyes. Jalal, a husband is someone who fights with his wife's purity and her character, but instead, you doubted me, and when you as my husband did not trust me, then I had to leave. In your first wedding vows, you promised to respect me all my life, and my first wedding vow to you, I promise to always obey your orders. Jodah's letter continues, it is not your fault, but the rule of the world that a woman has to be given test even when fingers are pointed at her, and if doubt comes into a relationship, then it can never go easily. So I am going away from you, and it is my request that you should not send soldiers behind me, because even if you find me, then you would never be able to gain your Jodah again. Bye, yours, Jodah. And Jalal sits on the ground and he cries bitterly. Jodah was going somewhere and she remembered the time she spent with Jalal, and she also remembered how Jalal asked her whether she loved that man, and Jodah falls on the ground and she cries, and she gets up again and she started walking. In the palace, Jalal was sad and a song plays in the background. Rukkaiya says to Maham Anga that though Maham Anga knows that Rajvanshi man was none other than Sujamal, that is Jodah's brother, and Maham Anga pretends to be shocked and says that she has no idea and she did not even know about it. But how did Rukkaiya get to know about this? Rukkaiya says that she got to know that Jalal met the man and he was Sujamal, and she wanted to punish Jodah but not in this way, and she thought that Jodah was wrong, but Jodah was not wrong all along. And by the way, she is thinking that Maham Anga is supposed to have known all this while that the man was Sujamal, and Maham Anga says that why is Rukkaiya doubting instead of her to just be happy? Rukkaiya says that she doesn't find happiness punishing the innocent people, Ishoko, And Maham Anga says innocent. Maham Anga says that how was Jodah innocent? Because Jodah used to go in the night to meet Suja. So why was Jodah doing that? Rukkaiya says that she doesn't know why Jodah hid it from Jalal. And Maham Anga says that getting to the finish point is important. And it doesn't matter how you get to the finish point. And now Jodah is going away from Jalal. And Jalal is only for Rukkaiya now. Rukkaiya says no. She doesn't want it to happen this way, that Jalal's doubt is the reason for their separation. Because if Jalal comes to know about it, then Jalal will run back to Jodah. And then what would happen to her? In the morning, Sharafuddin comes to the palace and thinks that Jalal is lucky that he gets saved every time. But now, Jalal will try to find that man who is involved with Abu Mali. And Maham Anga comes to Sharafuddin. Maham Anga asks that Sharafuddin seems lost in thought. And Sharafuddin says that he was behind Sujamal. Maham Anga says that the Sharafuddin went after the Rajvanshi man, and Sharafuddin says that the man was Sujamal. Maham Anga says, oh, so it was Sujamal. Thank God that he was caught. Sharafuddin says no, he was not caught, because Jalal allowed him to go. And Maham Anga asks that why did Jalal allow him to go? Sharafuddin says that Sujamal saved Jalal from being attacked by the arrows that someone shot at Jalal. And Sujamal told Jalal that someone from inside the palace is against him. So that was why Jalal set Suja free. Maham Anga says thank God that Jalal is safe. But it is very bad that Jalal thought that Jodah's brother is having a love affair with Jodah. And Sharafuddin says that what do Maham Anga mean? Maham Anga says that Jodah has left the palace because Jalal doubted her that she was having an affair with the Rajvanshi man, not knowing that the man was Sujamal. And Sharafuddin thinks that it is good because Jodah will be close to him now that she is away from Jalal. Jodah comes to the temple and she asks for water. One woman makes Jodah drinks water and one man says to another man that he doesn't understand Jalal's rule because Jalal stopped them from paying tax, but Jalal is still taking tax from them in another form. Another man says that Jalal's love is all fake and Jalal has no softness for people. The first man says yes, Jalal only cared about himself. Jodah listens to all this and she says that the men are right. Jalal is a very bad person and he always do fake love. And what if he remove taxes? And is there any big deal if he remove slavery and give respect to women as well? Jodah's love for Jalal spike again and Jodah tells the men that she wants to clear one thing, that Jalal loves his people a lot. Jodah realized that he messed up again and she says sorry to the men. One man asks Jodah if Jodah knows Jalal, but Jodah says no, she doesn't know Jalal. And one man says that why do Jodah got angry listening to bad talks about Jalal? Jodah thinks that they are right. Why is she feeling bad about Jalal when Jalal put such serious allegations on her? A woman comes there and gives Jodah food, and Jodah eats and remembered how Jalal said that he had started loving Jodah, but Jodah spoilt the love with her characterless nature. Maham Anga asks Sharafuddin why he was lost in thought again, and Sharafuddin says that he was thinking that a misunderstanding separated Jalal and Jodah, and he hopes that they would patch up again, and he leaves. Maham Anga thinks that this misunderstanding will not last for long, because Jalal will get to know the truth, and he will go to look for Jodah, so she have to play her next trick. Javeda comes there and says that the shine of the palace is gone because Jodah has left the palace, and Maham Anga says that she was going to the shrine and she leaves to avoid Javeda's foolish talks. And Javeda says that Maham Anga is also thinking that Jodah is doing black magic, so she would also go to the shrine. Jalal comes to Jodah's painting and says that this is too much, and when he says to Jodah to leave, then why did Jodah not tell him that he was wrong? Jalal says that he is shattered like this because he loves someone for the first time, and Jodah could have made him understand things, and he knows that he committed a sin doubting Jodah. But why did Jodah not clear the misunderstanding? Jalal says that he is a human, and he can make mistakes, but Jodah could have fight with him, and Jodah should have answered him directly that he was wrong with his doubts. Jalal says that Jodah fought for the maids to get their freedom. Jodah fought for his sister Bakshi, and Jodah fought for many people. But why did Jodah not fight with him for herself? And do Jodah think that she doesn't have any right on him? Jalal says that even if Jodah doesn't want to stay for him, then Jodah could have stayed for Amida, for Rahim, for Salima, and for the whole nation who prayed for Jodah day and night when she was sick. Jalal cried so miserably, and Amida comes there and says that now Jalal knows the truth, and Jalal now knows the importance of Jodah. Jalal calls Amida mother, but Amida says that Jalal should never call her mother because Jalal doesn't understand the importance of relationships, and relationships are just mere responsibility for Jalal. Jalal says that he made a mistake, and Amida says that why is she, Salima, Rahim, and the whole nation suffering because of the mistake that Jalal made? Amida says that even a devil can never outdoubt on Jodah, and Jalal should look at what he did, because Jodah left the palace for her respect, because she is an elegant and pure lady, and Jalal has uttered a lot. Jalal, still crying, tells Amida to forgive him, but Amida says that Jalal has broken the heart of a mother, and Jalal doubted on her daughter Jodah. So what is the need of Jodah's painting in Jalal's room? Amida says that she is taking her daughter's painting away, and Jalal says that Amida should at least forgive him. Amida says that it is Jalal's rule that only the person that someone offended can forgive, and she would only forgive Jalal if Jalal bring her daughter Jodah back to the palace. And Amida takes Jodah's painting and leaves, and Jalal couldn't stop crying. Maham Anga was going somewhere in the market, and Javeda was secretly following Maham Anga. And Javeda says that Maham Anga is punctual even at this age. Javeda sees jewelries at the market, and Javeda stops and admires the jewelries. And she says that she will bring coin back to the market and buy the jewelry. And she was surprised to see that Maham Anga had disappeared while she was looking at jewelries. Luckily, Javeda saw Maham Anga again, and Maham Anga comes to an isolated place, and Javeda was still following her. And Javeda says that this is not the way to the shrine, and why was Maham Anga going to the jungle? And Javeda quickly thinks that now that Maham Anga is in the jungle, if any wild animal attack her, then she will save her as her daughter-in-law, just like the way Jodah saves Jalal from a lion. And this would be great. And Javeda quickly hid behind the bushes so that Maham Anga would not see her. Maham Anga disappeared again, and Javeda says that where did Maham Anga go again? Maham Anga knocks on a hut and goes inside. Javeda says that Maham Anga was right here a moment ago, so where did she vanish to? And Javeda started crying that a witch has ate her mother-in-law, and now she has lost everything, so the witch should please give her mother-in-law back. I don't know, maybe I'm the only one, but any scene that has Maham Anga and Javeda, I always love that scene. They are too hilarious. Jalal was sad, and he remembered how he said to Jodah that he had started loving her, but Jodah spoilt the love with her characterless nature, and Jalal thinks that he really made a great mistake by misunderstanding Jodah, so he have to rectify that. Jodah, on the other hand, thinks that she loved Jalal a lot, but Jalal has uttered a lot instead, and a song plays in the background. Rukkaiya comes to Jalal and says that she knows that Jalal is worried, but a king cannot be so emotional. Jalal says that he has never put this much serious allegation on anyone before, and he has doubted Jodah's purity, and he also doubts Jodah's relationship with her brother, and he hurt Jodah a lot. Salima comes there, and Jalal says that he needs Salima's advice because he put a great allegation on Jodah, and he doubted her character. Salima says that she knows that Jalal made a mistake by asking Jodah to go from here, and she also knows that Jalal loved Jodah a lot. Jalal asks for suggestion from Salima, and Salima says that she cannot give Jalal any suggestion because in husband and wife's relationship, they can solve matter between themselves, and nobody can sort out Jalal's problem, and it is only both Jalal and Jodah that can solve each other's problems because it is the matter between husband and wife, and Jalal had given Jodah a wound, and Jalal is also in pain as a result of that, so only Jalal can lessen his pain. Salima says that mistakes happens in relationship, but Jalal have to rectify this, and Jalal have to face Jodah to rectify his mistakes because Jodah must be very hurt, and that was why she left the palace. But if Jalal finds Jodah and apologizes to her, then she knows that Jodah would believe Jalal, and only Jalal can bring Jodah back to the palace. Jalal says that Salima is right, and it is true that he has hurt Jodah a lot, and he will put medicine on her wound as soon as possible. And Rukkaiya was shocked hearing that, and she started crying. Jalal comes to the gates of the palace and says to Salima to tell Amida that he is sorry for his mistake and he will bring her daughter back. And Jalal says to Adkar to look over the nation along with Maham Anga until he will be back, and he will make sure to come back with Jodah. And Adkar says alright. Jodah was praying to the Lord. Jalal greets Amida, but Amida doesn't greet him back, and Jalal sits on the horse and leaves with the soldiers. Soul talk begins, and Jalal Soul says that day, he came to know what it feels like to lose someone important to you, and he brought Jodah back from death, but he lost her again with his own doubt. Jodah Soul says that Jalal only lost her, but she lost everything because for a wife, her husband's trust is everything. Jalal Soul says that he was worried that where would he find Jodah, and Jodah Soul says that she was not worried for anything because she lost everything because Jalal doubted her, and she cut herself away from Jalal because Jalal was saying the truth in her eyes, but Jalal took her silence for a lie, and Jalal took her love to be fake. Jalal Soul says that he is sorry for doubting Jodah, and he was in so much pain because he started loving Jodah, and he cannot think even in his dream that anybody else will be able to see Jodah other than him. And now he just wanted to see Jodah, and Jalal keeps riding on the horse. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching till the end, and I want to appreciate you guys for the love that I've been getting for the couple of days, because you guys have been watching my video for a longer period than before, and this has been helping my channel and the videos to do well. Thank you so much guys, and I'll see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.